Today I want to share something I think is very interesting. The first one is that I have a trip, which one is not perfect but is very valuable for me. You know, you know, mm, last year we have a trip to Xiamen. This is a city in southern China. This is a city in southern China, and this is a there is a island which is owned by the city and besides of the city. We we planned to go to the island called Gulangyu, but however we at uh, we plan to go to the island called Gulangyu at the noon, about 12 o'clock. However, at that day, we wake up not early. We wake up late. And even more, we and even more, we and even more, we and even more, I forgot where is my ID card. We need to provide my ID card to the workers so that I can get I can get into the I can get on the boat to go to the island. So I I have to I had to look for my ID card. And I hadn't found it for a half of an hour. My wife told me that maybe we could not take the ID card to to go on the boat. I think she's right, so I, f- I, for- I give up finding my ID card. And the time is a little late, so we we call a taxi. We called a taxi and go to the boat station. I went to the boat station. Yes, at the boat station, when we arrived in the boat station, our scheduled boat is stopped is was what our scheduled boat stopped stopped checking tickets, which means we cannot get on the boat. Uh, I'm a little nervous and stressed. I don't, you know, this I have I have a great I have great expectation to go to the island, but you know, because we are late and we cannot go have the ID card, so we cannot go on the boat. I'm little embarrassed. I don't know how to do that, how to handle that. At that point, my wife, my wife know, my wife knew how to handle that. She asked for the station worker to help us, and she told them what she told them what is our position. That we are late and we cannot get on our boat. Can we arrange to another time? For example, we can arrange the 1 o'clock 1 o'clock p.m. ticket, and I lost my ID card. Can I book a ticket without ID card? These two problems resolved after the workers give us some helps. Finally, we get we got on the boat and we say we have the trip to the island called Gulanyu. I think it's a very meaningful trip because it helps me a lot. She taught me even when we she taught me when we encounter some problems, we need to calm down and try something and ask someone's help and don't lose your heart. We something the is some the things will not go as the plans goes, but if your attitude if you have a good attitude, you can have a good trip. This is the first story I want to share. Hello, today I want to share a story about my work. I used to work as a United States-based company in Beijing, and at the beginning of the work, I have a new project which I am not very familiar with, because I am a freshman to the project. This is a project. I'm a I'm a I'm an engineer, and I need to handle a lot of cases, and I don't need to. I have to. I I do the project that requires me do a lot of changes, but do not touch the business. The that requires me do a lot of changes and don't impact other business business. The requirement is high, and we need to design a framework to handle all the cases and make it easily to extend and easily to maintain. Uh, I'm a freshman to the project, so at the first 5 days, I don't know how to design the framework, but dead, the deadline, but our project manager is asks me whether I'm ready. I'm a little nervous and stressful. At that point, I try to ask a, se- a senior engineer for, for her help. She is friendly and give me some helps. She helps me to design the framework. So, based on her designed framework, I can easily write the other remaining code for the project, and the efficiency of the project is improved. So, I suppose if we have some problems, we could ask someone else help. Today I want to share my wife's story. I think mm, you know, what impressed me most was the way she faced to the problems as a marriage. We have married for about 5 years. As beginning, I always avoid to the problems of our marriage. However, when the marriage when when however, if the problem cannot be resolved, the problem will be bigger and bigger. So she taught me we don't need to be afraid of the problem. We don't have to be afraid of the, the we don't need to be afraid of the dispute. We need to face to the dispute. Only when we face to the dispute and we can have a way to fix it. You know, as beginner, I didn't get it. I want to make the family peaceful, but if we avoid problems, the problems will be bigger and bigger. So after she taught me that point, I gradually accepted it. I think this is the way how to think of our marriage. We need to face to the problems rather than avoid it. So she's uh she's a role model for me, and I'm admire.